Du Lac, I fear that man's mind is a labyrinth of nonsense from which no amount of thread could help one escape.
I shall be with you presently.
Look, it falls open at the exact spell Leech spoke of.
What does it say?
Burn 3 leaves of monkshood and conceal the ash within a piece of snakeskin. Recite the words, delere te ipsum.
The ingredients are incorrect. It's the seed of the monkshood, not the flower, and the words are wrong too. I have yet to come across one of these books that isn't the work of a complete fraud.
Let us hope it stays that way.
Welcome to Whittock's Wonders, sir. Your timing could not be more propitious. I have just returned in possession of the most exquisite item.
'Tis indeed a fine work.
Why does she look familiar?
I believe this to be the very painting upon which Rossetti himself founded the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood.
Of course! It's Nimue!
Oh, God. Mother!
Sir?
Oh, doesn't leave much to the imagination, does it?
Yes, she was the mother of Sir Lancelot.
Why, my good man, you have an interest in the tales of Camelot?
A little.
Marvellous. I never tire of it. There is more passion and life in those old stories than one would ever find in this day and age.
Mayhap there are other paintings I could see? Quickly?
Why, here are 2 more. An Arthurian aficionado could surely tell me the names of those so beautifully rendered upon the canvas.
Ah, this one depicts King Arthur and his trusted aide, Merlin.
Very good, sir.
They never get Merlin right, do they?
He is somewhat older.
And paler.
I imagine the dutiful wizard offering sage counsel to a troubled king.
Pig-headed fools, the pair of them.
Why, it is Lancelot, Lady Guinevere.
Ha, too easy, sir. Now I come to think of it, has anyone ever said you bear more than a striking resemblance to the illustrations of a certain Knight of the Table Round?
Sir Lancelot? Why, of course.
I knew I was not the first. He is one of the more flawed characters, I believe.
Oh, terribly flawed.
Feisty one, isn't she? I think it is precisely Lancelot's shortcomings that make his character so sympathetic to today's readers. At once both driven by his passion for Guinevere, but also an unwavering duty to his king.
There was no passion for Guinevere. A knight would never forsake his code.
Oh, no, of course not. You are quite right. The consequence of Guinevere's transgressions is a parable many women of today would do well to heed.
I have the sudden urge to loose my bladder on this man's leg.
Earlier, it was not my intent to offend, sir. Throughout time, there have been many reinterpretations of the original texts. For example, it was said that Lady Guinevere was so consumed by her guilt, she took refuge at a convent for the remainder of her days. She swore to never see the noble knight again. As she became grey and neared death, Sir Lancelot made for the convent to see her one final time. But Guinevere was a lady of her word, and, upon hearing of the knight's intentions, the good queen prayed she'd die before his arrival. And so it was. As Lancelot arrived at the convent, he was informed of the queen's death. Lancelot died 6 weeks afterwards, heartbroken. Fascinating, don't you think?
I have kept you long enough. Good day.
It was a pleasure, sir. Please do come again.
Can I pet your dog, sir?
That is not for me to grant.
But you can make her.
No, he cannot.
Would being forced to do something against your will make you happy?
No, it wouldn't.
Then why wish it upon others?
You're right, sir. I'm sorry, dog.
For heaven's sake, tell her my name.
You can call her Fey.
Can I? Pleased to meet you, Fay.
Indeed.
She spoke, sir. Did you hear it? She spoke. Fay spoke to me.
You should be honoured, but I am afraid it is time for us to go.
I ought to get back to Oranges. Bye, sir. Bye, Fay. Does she know any tricks?
How can a man in his right mind not admire the likes of Sergeant Thick? He's one of the greatest policemen I've ever known.
Join the other lads on the stones if you're looking for work, sir.
You're still in London, then?
I've got relatives nearby. 7 elms they are, although folks seem intent on calling them sisters.
All will be put to right soon enough, sir.
We have found 2 of those who bought the monkshood. One still eludes us.
Unsurprisingly.
Gloomy, even for you.
What do you suggest, Du Lac? That we search every immigrant in Whitechapel to see if he owns a strange... Tiberi?
A what?
Du Lac! Tiberi is here.
So she is.
Wait a minute. How long have you known?
Oh, a day or 2.
2?
My mind has been with other thoughts.
Coward.
I will not be goaded. If you mean to suggest I still have feeling for the lady, you are sorely mistaken. I have nothing to hide. Fine, we shall go at once.
Well, if it isn't my favourite bitch in the whole world.
You always could read my mind.
How long has it been?
Several hundred years, give or take a decade.
Not as long as I thought, then.
I would have come to see you sooner, but someone neglected to tell me of your presence.
Keeping me a secret, Lance? I'm hurt.
I doubt that, my lady, and please, I have grown no more fond of that name since last we met.
So, what brings you both to London?
We are here to find Merlin.
Ah, I feared you might indulge this fantasy again at some point.
You could help. It would be like old times.
Afraid not, dear friend. I have other business at hand.
We wouldn't want to drag the lady away from her crystal ball.
I take it you've heard nothing of the wizard?
Merlin or Ansar?
Do not play games. We speak of Merlin.
They are the same, Du Lac, whether you like it or not.
I will not accept a benevolent and wise man capable of such...
Suffering? Destruction?
It was Vesuvius brought death to Pompeii. Nothing more.
I believe they've recently begun excavating the city. Maybe there's a survivor we can ask.
Enough! I am not having this argument again.
I'm intrigued to know how the woman plays into all this.
What woman?
Precisely, what woman?
Welsh, red shawl, intent on finding that leather apron Lance sent her.
I did no such thing.
Maybe you don't remember. Your mind has been with other thoughts.
I am innocent.
There was something odd about her. I could sense her power.
Us as well. She's one of the visions, but we cannot fathom her significance yet.
I'm quite sad, really. I thought Lance was being all romantic and sending the go-between.
God, that is something he would do, isn't it?
Romance requires feeling. I have none anymore.
So you did once upon a time?
Yes, you infuriating woman, I loved you!
Eve, dear, it is only I. Am I intruding?
Not at all, Mrs. Billington. My visitors here were just leaving.
Anything you want to share?
I met Miss Kelly briefly in the 10 Bells. Barely exchanged 2 words. She may have expressed some interest in finding this leather apron.
If anything has happened to her, Du Lac, so help me.
I am not the damn woman's keeper.
My, Mrs. Billington, that is interesting. Could you kindly repeat it?
Mr. Billington was taking luncheon at Brooks when he overheard Commissioner Warren receiving word of the arrest.
Of Leather Apron?
Yes. There's been quite an upheaval on Lemon Street, apparently. Natives baying for blood. It does sound exciting.
Sir, you'll never guess who they've got in court.
Leather Apron.
Oh, you know, well, folk here saying he was wearing the apron when they brought him in. Splattered with blood it was, and all his life. Bet you didn't know that.
Does this man have a name?
Dunno, sir. I think he's a Jew, though, on account of the horrid names I've heard shouted.
Thank you, Charlie. Mayhap we have found our immigrant with a strange knife.
I do not smell the monk's hood. I need to get inside.
The barricade prevents me. You are on your own, Fey.
What a pleasant change.
Hello? Hello, it is you again. This girl is not my master, but she has soft hands. I am happy.
He's in there now, being interrogated by 2 of Her Majesty's finest. It was Sergeant Thick that made the arrest, I hear. It was indeed. Though, rumour has it, there was a Welsh lass who helped with the inquiries. Probably one of these unfortunates who's had dealings with this apron chap. Not to disparage the division's efforts in any way, but you would have found him a lot sooner had Barnaby and Burgo been put on the trail. Well, I have no doubt, Mr. Bruff. Fine looking hounds they are.
What a strange scent you possess. Smell her, Burgo.
Why, Barnaby, you're quite right. I've smelt nothing like you before.
I doubt you ever will.
You are alone?
Without your master?
I am my own master.
Did you hear that, Burgo? She is without a master. How terribly sad.
Awfully sad. I cannot imagine it.
Who is there to teach you?
To guide you.
To feed you?
To love you.
Yes, to love you.
As enthralling as this is, I would like to be on my way.
You cannot go. Not yet. Isn't that right, Burgo?
Quite right, Barnaby.
Not until we play a game.
Oh, a game! Yes, games are awfully exciting.
Terribly exciting. Nothing delights Burgo and I more than a riddle.
A riddle, yes. Barnaby and I know lots. We learn them from our master.
How do you possibly understand the words?
We don't, but when Master's happy, we're happy.
Ever so happy.
Fine. A riddle it is.
Marvellous!
Oh, I know the perfect one. Ready?
I can hardly contain myself.
Without a bridle or a saddle,
across a bridge I ride a straddle,
and those I ride, by help of me,
though almost blind, are made to see.
What am I?
A horse.
Ah, she didn't get it, Burgo.
Dogs cannot understand the words.
Dogs never answer correctly.
You want a riddle, here's a riddle. What's got 8 legs, 2 heads, and 2 throats ripped out? Barnaby and bloody Burgo if they refuse to get out of my way.
Oh, she's angry, Burgo.
That she is, Barnaby.
Best let her pass.
I agree.
So you dispute being known as Leather Apron?
I do. I don't know where such a name has come from.
We need to start corroborating his alibi.
His mother swears blind he never left the house.
Then get to Crossman's and find this watchman. Also, send for Mr. Violinia. I want to see if he recognizes Pizer.
Yes, sir.
Well? Not a trace of monkshood. They have the wrong man. There was news of Mary, though.
Wonderful.
She aided the police in their search.
The woman meddles in matters she should not.
She hunts the killer the same as us. It is time we told her the truth.
There is no we. It is I who will do the telling, and be regarded as a fool.
But such a handsome fool. Come, let us look for her.